What's going on, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. What took so long?
I was all the way up at the Alamo Sea.
Oh, shit. All right. What are you doing over there?
Sorry, I should have told you. I was just fishing.
Wait, fishing?
Just a little fishing. Yep. Actually, it makes pretty good money. Won't lie.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Not much of a fisher. I think it's like nasty, to be honest. No, I'm not judging or anything. Just for me personally, you know? Fucking put a line in, you get this fucking nasty shit out. I'd rather get the final product, you know?
I feel that. I'm a sanitation worker, so, you know, gross things are not gross to me. Yeah. It's my friend Alex, by the way. He's just chilling.
Nice to meet you.
Helping me drive around a bit while I have this warrant.
Okay. Oh, you got a warrant?
Yes. I know exactly what it's for, too. I got some information for you.
All right. Next time, because I need you to respect my time more than your own. I'm the most valuable asset in the city to individuals like yourself. I may sound like I'm kind of boasting a little bit. I am. But in order for me to properly be able to handle your needs, I need you to kind of like respect my time a little bit. I'm not trying to talk down to you, by the way. This is how we're going to interact like going forward. The thing is, I get a lot of calls, etc., etc. So let's say you run into a problem. The first thing I want you to do always is, hey, at this time, at this date, this thing happened. Let's say you just got in a chase or something, and I think there's a warrant. I need to know the when. I need to know roughly what, and like the details, like it's a warrant or whatever. I don't need a paragraph, just something, so that way I can pre-prep. Give me an idea. Before you even arrived, I could have gotten a FOIA, write it over. Then once you arrive, we could like really, you know, bang it out. Not a big deal, but just kind of like, you know, going forward.
Yeah, no, sounds good. I can definitely do that. That was my bad. I didn't tell you I was coming from all the way up in, you know, Grapes.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I just needed to know it was a warrant, you know. But please continue, Mr. Santana. Take a look at this. Windel Santana. I see it.
Yep.
Give me just 1 second. Could you send me a text that states that I'm going to be representing you?
How do you want me to word it?
Just like full name, have Nino Chavez representing me as an attorney.
There you go. Does that work?
Yep. And give me a second here. And let me call Tully.
Let me know if that's good enough.
Yep.
Yellow.
Hey, Tilly, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be working you a lot today.
That's fine. I don't mind if you work me.
Oh, okay. Well, when are you off later?
Wait, I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant something else.
You know, I get off at 10.
So, Windel Santana, I just sent you a text with my with his like consent, showing that I'm gonna be his lawyer. He's also got a warrant. Could you take a look at that, see if it's, you know, in the right format?
Who is it again?
Windel Santana, Windel. Last name Santana.
He was here earlier having somebody else represent him. Let me
apparently he got rid of him because he's right in front of me.
It was my sister.
Oh, right, wait, you got a sister. What's her name?
Her name's Kit.
Oh,
it's all right.
Shit. All right.
Let me see. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. And you need are you trying to FOIA the report?
That is correct. Yep.
Let me check, because I've already looked into this report today.
No worries.
And there was a reason. Hold on. Was it Santana?
Yep, that's the one. Windel Santana.
Okay. Okay. The FOIA is gonna be hard because it has he's a warrant.
Yep, that is correct. Wait, is it the same problem?
What do
Wait,
you mean? Like for
like is it like not exportable?
it is also not exportable.
What the fuck? Wait, does it have his
I don't
name
know
and
what's going
charges
on with
it?
that because are they supposed to put it in as a report? Correct? Is that right?
It should be an incident. Was the previous one an
It
incident?
is an incident. The other one was an incident too. Yeah.
But doesn't it go
I
from
don't.
report to incident?
I'm wondering if I'm just looking at the wrong thing because so normally the export's like at the top, right? And I see it on the report one, but I never see it on the incident one.
Could you take a look to see, like, do you have like categories of incidents and reports or something, and see if other reports can be exported? Maybe it's like an MDT issue.
No, so like all of the incident reports cannot be exported, but the regular reports can.
Yeah, but then how would you do it? Wait, but, huh? Wait, but, okay, so let me give you a hypothetical. Let's say Windel turned himself in, right? And he got pled guilty. How do you export it then? Because it's an incident.
That's a good question. I'm not really understanding where like I feel like there's something going wrong
Yeah.
in like how they're doing reports right now because that doesn't make this doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Because I feel like it like incidents in my head, right? If you're gonna get someone charged for something, it probably should be a report. I feel like an incident should be something that occurred.
Is an incident normally got their name as like? Could you just like hypothetically look at someone who is arrested recently? Is that an incident or is that a report? Incidents the internal shit and reports are the external.
What's weird is it's both. Like they're both like I can look right now and there's people who have been arrested that like are on incident reports, but there's also people who have been arrested that are on regular reports. So I don't understand. I don't know what they're doing here. You see what I'm saying? Like
Oh
I
my
might have to
God.
ask somebody about it.
Yeah, could
'Cause
you
that's a little
also
weird.
copy that to the side, and then I'll probably try to get this figured tonight. But if you could just like
I can talk to somebody too and like get like an actual like answer for you on why.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna bring this to the top just because, and I appreciate your help with that, but I think this might be like a more serious deal than you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm really not sure. Let me see. Yeah, because I feel like I should be able to do that. I have no idea like where the in betweens are with it. So,
okay.
the Windel thing I can't give you that yet because it's an active warrant for the FOIA.
So this
and
is
I couldn't if I
strange.
wanted to.
I'm pretty sure like the reports don't have names associated to it, and an incident does. So you would think the incidents are definitely the ones that should be exported, but maybe not the reports.
Hold on, let me double check this because you might be right. You might be right with this. You know what? I think you're right. I think I had it wrong because it looks on here. It looks like there isn't people that are arrestable on the reports. It's just on the incident. So I don't know. It's my fault. Yeah.
No. Okay, I think I know what's happening. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's start with the Suarez one, and then we'll move on to this one afterwards. Because if we figure that first one out, then we can move to the
Okay,
second.
so I see what's happening. Then I think I had it confused. I think I thought that I think I just swapped it, but still I don't understand how the incidents are not exportable. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that? I don't understand why that's not a thing.
But even then, so is the Suarez and the Santana one, are those incidents or the reports?
Those are both incidents.
And they have, does it show like what? Wait, but they're both incidents, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So those should be exportable because don't you, when you get arrested, isn't it an incident?
Let me see. I do have an export here. Let me see if this is the correct one real quick. Because I do. There is an option, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the one I want it to be. Hold on.
It would be next to their name, from what I remember. Like there's a button next to the name. So if I'm not mistaken, the report doesn't have a name, and you could export that entire report, kind of like the one you did for 7753. But then
I'm just a huge fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm just a huge fucking idiot, and you were right. I didn't see it because it wasn't in the same place. So they are both exportable.
Yeah. So just for like future reference, the reason why. So for example, let's say I was calling in behalf of a FOIA for 4 individuals that were tied to an incident. I would be producing a different report under each name because there'll be like a,
yes. Okay, I see.
And the reason for that is like each name may have a different set of charges. You know what I mean? So when you're exporting it, it's showing just that suspect's set of charges and the details.
Yeah.
So,
okay. I see what I understand my mistake now. This is helping me too for like the future and whatnot.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. You know what? Look, I'm your FTO now. Look at that.
Look at that. You're my little FTO now, huh?
There you go.
Now you have to train me over dinner.
Yep. Well, I normally skip that, but if you could send me Suarez's as well, I'd appreciate it.
I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it yet. They both are warrants. I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wait.
they're both warrants.
I got you. So and that's like something that they tell you?
Yeah, like I sent you the one thing, right?
What did you send me?
I sent you the FOIA of
the 7753. Got you. But the other two, yes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a look at that, and I'll get back to you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Take a look at that, and then you'll kind of know the basis of what I'm telling you. I think if you have them, I don't know if you'd have to go about like having them turn themselves in, or how you would go about that situation.
I think there's confusion within the PD in regards to that, but I'm gonna get that sorted.
Okay. All right. Alrighty. Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Yep. No problem.
You take care. Bye. Sorry, give me just 1 sec. So I'm dealing with some bullshit, and there's got to be something I'm missing because my intuition, everything I've been trained on, etc., has me indicating that the police department has pretty much been treading on everyone's civil rights when it comes to warrants for the past 7 months.
Okay.
According to this, lawyer will be provide documentation. Incident whatsoever. Wait. What? This guideline says any report not labeled investigation or warrant is open to be FOIA'd, which oh my God, what the fuck is this? Fucking Molten is a op. All right. So go ahead. Tell me what happened.
So last night I went to the courthouse, unrelated to this, and that's how I found out I had a warrant.
Okay.
I see myself on the homepage of the MDT at the bottom of the warrant list.
Okay.
I was very shocked because if you looked at my profile, I don't have a record. I don't have a single felony charge or anything besides like speeding tickets.
I'm gonna jump off this fucking building. This is the exact fucking problem I was worried about. The exact fucking problem. Because the thing is, like, already the sort of the implication that I'm getting is that maybe these aren't available because you could just evade the warrant.
Well, here's what I learned.
But the thing is, like, not every motherfucker is like a psycho cop killer. But anyway, sorry. Please continue. Actually, let me look up your profile just real quick. This helps me get like context. Windel, right?
Yep. Santana,
what's your state ID?
8935. Yeah, all I have is traffic infractions.
Okay, and Okay, cool. Right, let me just pull up my little notepad here. Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right. So like I said, I go to the courthouse. I see I have a warrant. I'm freaking out, confused, because I can't think of why. I haven't done anything where I would have been identified or caught. So I called a lawyer, this guy that goes by Slick Rick, and I just tell him, hey, is there a way you could find out why I have a warrant? I'm clean. I don't know what happened. He tries to find out, doesn't get any info. Cops won't tell him anything. Fast forward to today. This is last night. Today, I talked to Kit Archer, who used to be a cop and is now a lawyer. I asked her the same thing. She talks to a, cop friend of hers. He ends up telling her more than he is supposed to. And he tells her that my warrant, two things. It's for negligent ownership of a firearm or something like that. And then he also said it will not expire. He said it is a forever warrant. And so it seems like they think that I am supplying people with my legal firearm or my legal weapons license for guns.
Did you report this weapon stolen?
I have reported 4 or 5 weapons stolen the past couple months. So they have a bunch of reports from me. In fact, last week, when I reported the last one, I spoke to a cop named Riker, I think, and I asked him about my previous guns that have been stolen, if they have retrieved any. He said they retrieved 2. One of them I can't get back because it was used in a gang shootout. The other one he said I could probably get back the next day, which would have been like the 30th day since that incident.
Wait, sorry. You spoke to Riker. He said what?
He said they found 2 of my guns. This is a week ago. He said one of them I couldn't get back because it was used in a shootout. He said the other one I may be able to get back once the 30 days are up. That was on the 29th day. So he was supposed to call me back the next day. He didn't. But at that point, this is last week, they had only found 2 of my guns. The problem, though, and from the conversation you were having just now, I think this is somewhat related. They're having troubles finding these reports because some people are doing them under incidents and some are doing them under reports.
This is fucking
I've
idiotic.
had a dispatcher help me.
No, I
they
fully
can't find all
understand
the
this.
reports.
They are effectively burying civilians and innocent people under a obfuscation of paperwork and using that as the probable cause to infer that you are losing guns. Give me just one second. As far as you know, it's only negligent ownership of a firearm, nothing else?
Yeah, which is a felony, but yes.
Yep. And this is any person who holds a civilian weapons license and has their issued firearms stolen must report the weapon stolen.
And like I said, I've done that at least 4 or 5 times, and I don't even think
so. Going forward, for your own protection, anytime it is stolen, I'd recommend texting yourself. I'd recommend creating a document on your phone, and before you leave, you tell them, I want to know what the report number is, right? So that way, for your own self, because you have to understand that it takes 6 months of training to become a cop, right? So they're not exactly, the intellectual figureheads of Los Santos, right? They're kind of the ones that, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
I'm surprised half of them know how to use a fucking computer system. Now, sorry, not 6 months. I got 6 minutes of training, as they say. Nowadays. So let's see. Okay. Let me just read this just to make sure there's no gotchas, all right? Any person who holds a civilian weapon license and has a issued firearm stolen must report the weapon stolen in person to a member of the PD or PD receptionist dispatch staff and ensure that a report is documented in writing. So effectively, this law is saying that it is your duty to ensure that it is documented, not that it's been communicated, but that it has in fact been documented. If an individual's issued firearm is found in possession of another without a stolen weapons report being filed, the individual will be guilty of this charge and subject to per se adjunction as an accessory to any crimes. Oh,
Yup, I was told about that too.
oh my God. What fucking, oh my God. They,
I was told I might get accessory to everything that gun was used for.
oh my Lord. Okay. Okay.
Which I think was a gang shootout.
So do you have any of report numbers?
I don't. It was never offered to me that I could even have them, so I didn't even know I could ask.
I see. Okay, I've got a couple angles. How did you get this weapons license? Wait, when did you get the weapons license?
It's been months. It's been at least 3 months. Maybe the county clerks have a record of it, but about 3 months, 2 to 3.
It says it on your license.
Oh, let me see the document. 3/21, March 21st, from Eve.
Okay. Eve
So,
Summers?
3 months. Correct.
Oh, that's my niece. So, did she explain to you this procedure?
Which part? The fact that I have to report him each time? She did, yeah, she did.
Did she mention that it is your duty to ensure it is documented?
The word documented was not used. She did say that I have to report it, but not documented, which I think is definitely a difference.
Okay, so there's a couple angles that we can go with this, and the reality of the matter is the PD is and will always be incompetent. Nothing changes. There's no way that's ever going to change. It's a, it's the local armed wing of the government. Police departments throughout the United States are can barely function because it is, not only is it run by the government is inefficient. They don't know how to spend their tax money. It's a bunch of fucking, incompetent people with a gun and a badge. Mostly people with, small penises, right? Or like egos. Now all of a sudden you give them a gun and a badge and a computer system and hoping that they do the right thing, which they usually won't because, if they would, then they probably would have started doing that a long time ago and got a job, in a more reasonable career, like, an office job or something. But anyways, where I'm going to go with all this is probably, I'm going to assume, would you say that you've filed it for all of them? Is it possible you forgot in one of these cases?
There is a possibility that I didn't report one, but I'm like 80%, 90% positive that I honestly did all of them. The thing is, it wasn't all with cops. Like a couple of them, it
could have been a dispatch,
front desk or dispatch, and they told me their reports are in a different area.
Okay.
And this guy Riker, he was having a hard time finding these reports when I spoke to him. So I think it's buried somewhere, but it's got to be there. Not to mention, and let me know if you think this helps, but if they search for my name within their reports, even besides me reporting guns stolen, there's so many incidents with me on it involving me getting shot doing sanitation.
Right. It's not robbed, like fully documented in one place.
Listen,
that is not your responsibility, right? As long as it's possible it's in there, but they can't find it. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
That's what I think.
So here's a couple angles. I'm going to need to cook on this. It's either going to be that we end up suing the state, or the county or whatever the fuck. I don't even know anymore. Under the guise of, there's a couple angles I can fire from. Okay, so a couple things. I'm going to cook on this. did you are you selling these guns? You can be honest. I'm your lawyer.
You gotta pay him first.
Yeah, I've sold a few, not all of them.
Okay, you've got 4 to 5. Like, so what's going on?
Well, I mean, like, it wasn't all for money. Like, I've sold a few. I'd give out a couple. Yes.
And we're
I have
talking
given
4 or
about
5.
4 or 5 to other people.
Are they
Correct.
going to the same set of individuals?
No. Yes and no. Not
Okay.
really.
All right.
Here's what I think is fucking me, though.
Hmm.
I believe, I could be wrong, I believe 2 or 3 of them have been found on the same gang, which is very
That
coincidental.
is a problem.
Yes, I think the manor, they've been caught with, I think, 2 or 3 of my guns. And I have no relation with them, but it's because, there was a war, people that had my guns got robbed, etc. And they ended up with them in their possession. But I believe the manor, that gang has had 2 or 3 caught that are mine. I think that's probably working against me.
Yeah. I do not like this system at all. This presses so many buttons in me because it's further making you a victim. You are okay. Is there anything else you want to mention to me? This is going to take some time to cook.
No, you're good. We I can lay low. I got time.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's any other info. I mean, not really. Besides, like I said, Kit told me the lawyer said that the warrant definitely won't go away. The negligent firearm thing, and that's it. I mean, there's really nothing else. I think they just think I'm supplying that gang, probably.
All right.
That's probably their assumption.
Are you
Which I'm not.
Are you open to a $20,000 deposit today for covering you for the next 30 days?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to send you my state ID and I'm going to start cooking this. Transparently, this is going to be at the very top of my list. Give me a second. Windel, there you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use your case as a springboard to make change happen. I kind of know where my mind is going, and it's either going to be a lawsuit against the state in which I may argue that at the time you were given the license, you are not giving proper documentation indicating your responsibilities for having the license. In other words, I'm going to push that the government fucked up, that the clerks are not being trained properly, right? And Eve, my niece, I'm not going to target her, obviously, but it wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't want to throw her under the bus because
She's
me and her
not
have a good
gonna-
relationship.
No, trust me, we're on it. And okay, well, let's just say that maybe she might, who knows? She might say, yeah, we never got documentation. They just, told us to go
Yeah,
do
she
these
might
things.
back it.
Yeah, I think she
And-
would back us.
And so therefore, that might be enough to overturn this and anyone else's who's hit this, right? Because you weren't given any documentation, were you?
No, nothing.
Okay. Because there's the problem is that ignorance of the law is not what's the word? Is not like ignorance of the law is not. Oh my God, what's the phrase? Like, if you're ignorant of the law, you don't just get away with it. You know what I mean? But there is some amount of culpability that we could potentially push to the state. Does that kind of make sense?
No, I get what you're saying. Like, just being ignorant alone is not
yeah.
a defense. That's not.
Yeah, but this isn't necessarily ignorance. It's because you reasonably did these things, especially when we show that there's like a volume for it. If 4 were documented and 1 is potentially missing, but the problem is that when you mix the lack of organization with the reports and mix it with the nuance of the law not being clearly told to you, then I think it's easy. I can make the argument that it is reasonable for most individuals, right? For a reasonable individual to also be ignorant due to the way the government's handing these out. So I'm going to go and like really cook on this. When you can, please send the deposit. Text me that you've sent it so I can just log it. Like I said, that's going to cover you for the next 30 days. The exceptions are like capital offenses or any kind of trial that takes more than 1 day prep. We can always call those, right? But keep your head low. If anything comes up, you let me know. And if any other individual approaches you as a lawyer, just let them know that, you know, you've got me on retainer and they should contact me. I don't mind working with other lawyers, you know, but I don't want...
It was the only one helping me, really, besides that.
Oh, easy. Yeah,
she's a former cop, so she's good.
Okay. Yeah, if they're interested, they could always give me a call. I don't mind working with others. It's the reason I give that, like, underline is some clients got, like, such insane ADHD that they end up, like, calling the next guy and the next guy. And I'm over here, like, you know, already prepping something, and then another lawyer goes and fucks you over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no worries. I might look like one of these Zoomer kids, but I'm very patient. I can sit still for 3 hours.
Easy. All right. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you very much.
If it helps, by the way, if it helps, you'll notice, or, you know, whenever this shit comes out, there is a clear pattern already established within their reports of me getting robbed, doing sanitation and targeting for months, like going back 6 months. It's happened so many times. So the pattern is already there as well, even before I had a weapons license.
Any members of the Mandem be able to claim that they hate you and rob you consistently?
I don't think they would admit to that. No, I don't think so. But they have robbed me doing sanitation multiple times.
You, motherfucker, you sell them guns. You're telling me
I don't sell them guns, though.
Oh, how they getting your guns?
No, what I said earlier is the people that I, you know, gave guns to.
Oh, a middleman gets it to them.
No, there was a war. They robbed those guns. They were all stolen.
Who do you give your guns to?
So, you know, I roll with certain people, you know, out of
Look, just be honest with me. Listen,
yeah, Cyprus.
You see that over there under the mission rope? I used to sell guns out of there.
No, I got you. I'm telling you, Cyprus. There's no, you know.
Is that a gang?
Name. It's like a crew. It's like, okay, you know, Lang, Luciano, Harry, Speedy.
Oh, okay.
That's who I roll with.
All right, give me 1 sec.
We don't have a fucking name, so we just say Cyprus. That's where that's our turf.
Give guns.
It's really hard to explain when somebody asks me who I roll with.
So you give it to them, and then the Mandem robbed it off of Cyprus.
Right, because we had a war. Correct. And yes.
You are in this Cyprus thing.
Yes.
Is it called the Cyp Boys?
There's no name. We just say Cyprus. That's a location. You know, we hold that. As far as I know, we don't have a name.
Okay. When was this war?
3-ish weeks ago. And it lasted like a full week. It was not like super short. Lots of shootouts, like a lot. So they have clear records of all of those shootouts too.
But as far as you're aware, as of yesterday, only 2 of these guns have made their way into police custody?
So as of last week, it was 2, plus the one that led to this warrant. So I'm assuming at least 3.
Oh, shit. Now they got a pattern. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Are the people in Cyprus going to be willing to, one of them willing to take the fall and say they've been robbing you? Or have you been arrested together? Wait, you haven't been arrested?
I have a clean record.
Is it possible that one of them, 2 of them, would be able to be like, yeah, okay, I'm thinking out of the box here. I'm not saying you do this, but would they be willing to like fake rob you and go to jail? Like maybe at night point. Because if you're getting them guns, right, it probably is worth them taking a hit, right, and going to jail for a little bit and keeping you clean.
Right. I could talk to somebody and see if, you know, ask a couple people that I think.
So let's say possibility, right? Okay.
Right.
Because we can use that. So what I'm thinking here is maybe the way that we go about this is we start by setting up a meeting with you and these others. They would need to be blacked out. We don't want you seen together. We have them intentionally get arrested, trying to rob you. Now this would land you in jail, right? This is, we're still going off the premise that this warrant's not going away, right?
Right.
And then I go and appeal the charge, show that there's a pattern of you getting robbed, right, with this incident, show that you have reported guns stolen, and that it is more reasonable that you've been doing this and you've been getting robbed and you've been reporting it. And then we also cite this gang war where some of these guys are arrested. Boom, boom, boom. You're found not guilty. And then I leapfrog off of that and say, look at that. This has probably happened at others, and maybe get some legislative change. But anyways, let me cook. Give me like 24 hours.
Keep in mind, like I said, there's a common denominator to all of the incidents. Every single instance that I have reported of being robbed, even before I had a weapons license, I was doing sanitation every single time. That's consistent. Every single time. I can tell you there is at least 15 to 20 reports of me getting shot at, robbed, or anything working sanitation in the past 5 months. Every single one.
Just
So
to be
that
clear,
constant
that
is
was your
there.
excuse, though, right?
Oh no, that's actually happened. That happens all the time. I do work.
No.
sanitation all the time.
But have you got? Okay, how? Okay, let me rephrase. You've been giving
You're asking
guns
if
to
it was
Cyprus, but you also have gotten guns stolen while doing sanitation.
So I can. Okay, so I have given the guns. I have not had a gun stolen while doing sanitation, but I've been robbed before I had a weapons license doing sanitation. I don't carry a gun when I do sanitation.
Have you been robbed
For a
since?
reason.
Have you been robbed since the weapons license?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times. It's in
Okay.
the records.
And just to be clear, every time you've reported it as being robbed while doing sanitation.
Yeah, like on the shift, like on the
Easy.
job. Correct.
Perfect.
Like literally, I'm telling
Perfect.
you, there's almost 20 incidents of me getting pulled up on, robbed, shot, or anything while working, like on the clock. There's so many of them, going back way back to the Union days 5 months ago. We were in multiple wars and all that.
Who
So the
was
pattern
robbing
is
you?
there. Shit, even way back then, the company, we had a war when we were in the Union, and then, yeah. I mean, you know how it goes. If you have any kind of ties to somebody who is in conflict, for example, me working for Lang, even as a civilian, I'm getting targeted because I work for Lang if somebody's fucking with him, right? So I've dealt with that.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. I should have everything I need. I'm gonna start cooking.
Perfect. All right. I'll
All
be laying low. I'm chilling. So
All right.
Take
Good
your
shit.
time.
All right, gentlemen.
also, whatever angle you want to go, whatever you want to do, I'm just gonna trust it. I've had 2 people that I trust pretty good tell me you are the best. So I'm just gonna go off that,
Easy.
and whatever you think is right.
For full transparency, this the legal backdrop that currently exists in Los Santos is very oof. So there's no guarantee here, right? But I don't really work on guarantees. I'm simply going to try my best. And even if this thing goes south, it's one step towards a better tomorrow. That sounds fine,
Yeah.
kind of cheesy, but you get what I mean, right?
No, I do. And just to
Um,
be clear, I am not expecting a
Okay.
guarantee of anything. In fact, I don't expect to get out of it. But I know you're gonna do whatever you can. So
All right.
that's all I mean by that.
All right, sounds good. All right, gentlemen,
All right.
y'all take care. All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Nino. Take care.
So we can tackle this in 2 ways by simply being like, trying to see if we can get Eve to testify that documentation isn't given out. So ignorance to the law is not a defense. However, if the law is got some nuance, a little convoluted, etc., and that if you were to read it, you're like, oh shit, well, there's a gotcha here where like you need to fucking write down the shit, which is kind of the implication here, but I don't know if like most people would read it as such the first time. to the extent that I doubt the clerks are actually, you know, like, you know, even the clerks may not even know, which is entirely reasonable. I mean, who would think that, right? Because you're kind of assuming that once you report it, it's properly documented. Show that there is a documentation issue, and work that angle. I don't know. But I think this is workable. I think that a lot of this comes back to pushing the police department to be more responsible by the way that they manage these reports. Civilians effectively having to get a receipt is kind of odd. And if it doesn't work out, I'm going to do something super drastic, which is hire someone that is going to be a reported gun stolen. Oh my God. If it doesn't work, I'm going to do something that's like super AIDS. Which I'll probably bring up if we have a closing, which is the last thing we want is someone to start a business that handles all stolen gun reports, all stolen gun incidents, that has a team of lawyers associated with it that will FOIA each and everything. And will file civil lawsuit for each time it is not written in a timely fashion. So, pick and choose your poison. Either fix your shit and properly document it, or ripozo. You get what I mean by that, the service I'm referencing. And then maybe on the back end, we actually sell guns.